welcome to Training Symbiotic, and I hope everyone's had a good day. So I'm already echoing, so that's a good sign. So hiya Lee, hiya Tom, hiya Robert, hiya Paul and Paris, and hiya everybody else out there. And hiya to the people who I know who watch this later on. So hiya G Gauge Mick, hiya Cole, hiya Anthony, hiya anybody else I've missed. So how's everyone's day been? Let me go and press buttons. So that's the button. I should zoom out a tad. Hiya Ivan. There's loads of you in chat today. Can I make that a little bit better? So I've been shopping and I've got a few bits. First of all was Amazon one, and that's a big bottle of PVA glue, very useful. Next one, I went to Malcs Models and got this for the next bit, which is ballasted glue. I'm really having lighting problems today. So Woodland seen it, ballast glue. Then I got some ballast. I've decided to go completely different. I wanted this medium cinder ballast, something different. And then Monday went to Malcs Models and picked myself this up. If you want to find out what livery I've gone for this, there should be a video out on Sunday. I'm surprised I've managed to keep it in the box for so long, but I'm planning to film this one in the next few days. So that should be out on Sunday. So what's my jobs today? My job today is ballasting, and I'm going to use this stuff, which is really having trouble with cameras, which is WWC Knit Ballast Glue. So good amount of stuff. You'll notice on both ends of this bit I have put one of my business cards down and trimmed it down. This is so that they're kept clear for when this is in the module configuration. So I can glue everything and then just take these off when I'm done. So need to ballast that line, and I'm going to ballast in between. This is my method. Everyone else does it different. My preferred method, if I was doing a lot more, is to use a ballast spreader, but that makes too much sense today. So I'm just going to sprinkle it gradually to get the effect I want. So I want to get it inside the sleeper. I thought this black ballast would actually look quite nice. And you can see that I'm going quite deep with it. And then go out and put some on this track. The outside edge is going to be the problem here. And that way I am planning to vacuum up everything. So quite a bit of ballast down. Now next thing is to clear the track out. So just clear that out. If I was sensible, I would have a rag in with me so that I can check that the track's all clear. But we all know that I don't do sensible. So didn't want to do that like that. So just brush it all off. Need to take a bit more down there, lose that. Try to get that blue covered. And then go to the side. I know everybody else have their own methods, which are most probably much better. But we're starting to look pretty good along here. So one last go along here. Anything which is a bit built up, just clear. I bought this ballast out for Batchfield line. I do apologise about how late the Saturday video was, even though it was Sunday in the end. Saturday I was just feeling a little bit rough, so, and also there was traffic problems around, so I thought, why not put it off a day? And I enjoyed it more on Sunday. So that was good fun. Anyone wondering about the Black Country Museum, I really enjoyed it. Shame their tram and trolley buses weren't running, but I'm sure they have their reasons. But really good day. Little Helper and Little Helper number 2 both enjoyed themselves. I enjoyed myself, it was really nice. Didn't get flat cap. They were hardly wearing flat caps in there, but I think they did a real nice job. They made it really informative without making it childish. They worked on the basis that you had a good knowledge, and some of the food was delicious. The bread pudding was gorgeous, and we all know that I like my desserts. Okay, so we now got a nice black ballast. So next thing I'm doing is giving the board a quick tap, and then got a bottle of just fresh water and squirting everything. Didn't have fish and chips there, did look really good, but we did go on to the chippy on the way back. Little Helper number 2 had fish and chip. No, Little Helper had fish and chips. Little Helper number 2 had doner meat and chip. I had steak and kidney pie and chip. For lunch there, we went for the sandwiches. So I had the ham sandwich from the Women Institute thing. One of my nieces went for the what do you call it? The sausage roll. And the other one had a cheese sandwich, I think it was. So really good day. We also had cake. They had chocolate, and they had ice cream from the cafe at the top. We got slightly lost on the way back, but that's okay. If I don't get lost, I'm not driving properly. I think this is actually looking pretty good. Hi Lee. Okay, so there's a lot of people here today watching me play with glue. I've got to be careful around my iPad as I don't want to get glue in it. So this weekend, it's a sort of valley show which is at Loughborough. Really good show. Already got to call out 4 retailers, which I'll be popping to. Of course, that's Malcs. If you ever shop at Malcs, just warn him that you watch my videos. Yeah, don't mind getting lost on the way there. So yeah, Malcs Model, then you've got West Hill Wagon Works at Saw Valley, or Loughborough as I'll be referring to it. Then you've got Coastal DCC, they're very, very knowledgeable. Then who else is there? Busco Station. He's always good. So a couple of good retailers there, and there's also TTC, which is a model centre in Derby, which used to be in Loughborough. I need to give this a bit more of a squirt. What else? Yeah. Also, there's Cardboard John at the Saw Valley show. If you see him, say to him, you heard about him from my videos. He's amazing what he does. He starts off with plastic card and end up with an amazing layout. So this is now setting. You can see I've used a good amount of glue on it. Too much light in here. Yeah, what else can I do? I was expecting this to take much longer than it is. That started to turn to a pattern with me, so I can remove these 2 bits before they get glued down too much. So that leaves those spaces ready for connecting the track. I do like how that have merged. That looking pretty good. What else? Let's see if I can find anything interesting in the cupboard. So, in the cupboard of doom. Nope. Nothing. So, I could... So, who wants to see what livery I've gone for on the new 08? So, it's one of the Batman new 08s. Let's do a quick little unboxing of it. So, bought it from Malcs Model. This is the first time it's coming out. BR Blue. Yep, it's a BR Blue. I've gone for the deluxe for sound fitted for the auto uncoupler. Nice simple packaging. I like this packaging. Instruction manual. So the sounds. So Looking at this, it's a Zimbo sound chip. Please reach the sheet before running your loco. Blah de blah de blah de blah. Decoder info. Yeah, Zimbo decoder. Address 3. For best result, please make sure your DCC system is set to run at 128. That's always one which I have found people caught. Your model is equipped with a Zimbo decoder, but it will operate on DC. Useful key, so function 2 is brake, 5 is cold start, 7 is speed lock, 11 and 12 are coupling, 25 is something else, and then we have a list on the back, so all of those need to be added into my ECOS. Not sure which is the sound on button. Oh, that's the one. That's okay. So that's the first piece of information. Then we have a big booklet. If you're a member of a Batman club, this comes with 2-year warranty. If you're not a collector club, it comes with 1-year warranty. So it tells you about running in, hire go paint for it, bits you can add to it, bits you can take off, how to put the decoder in, how to access the light switches, how to install your decoder and more switches, and more information there. Then we've got the warranty, but that isn't what people are watching here for. Yeah, that would be quite interesting. Who was it? Rapido have some interesting instructions. So underneath we've got a blanking chip and normal couplers and details. Then you have your nameplate. And now here for the loco, just the details on it. I am impressed. Sorry for sounding so sad, but I've got to share it. The colour you're seeing on screen doesn't actually, it does show it quite nicely. So you've got lights on the front, lights on the back. Somewhere under here you've got your sound decoder and chip settings. I like how easily that come off, but it doesn't come off too easily. So this, the review of this will come out on Saturday. No, I don't mean Saturday, it will come out on Sunday. And you'll get to see one of my old layouts, Thumper Road. So while I'm putting this away quickly, people can start to make guesses of what the biscuit of the week is. So sticking that safely to one side, I'm looking forward to playing with it. So here's a pink button. What do people think this week? And there is a hint in the description if anybody read the description. So wafer. I'm going to get wafer at some point. Chocolate chip. where's that particular line? Why are you gone blank? So I think the description said, let me go and press wrong button. Hobnob custard cream. So I said, I definitely not been to Ikea this week. So if anybody know Ikea, I actually got 2 packs of biscuits. I have got these Crofrapper biscuit with filling, and there's chocolate and there's not chocolate. And I'm directly in everybody's way. So 2 biscuits off a week, but for the same. So am I going for chocolate or non-chocolate first? What did Carl say? I think it got to be chocolate to start off with. Nice to actually have a good pull cord. Ooh, it's double coloured. Yummy. Nice soft chocolate in the middle. And then on this one, there we go. This looked like a jammy dodger. Break it in half. Stickiness of a jammy dodger. Very nice. So if I go onto that one and do that. So Saturday is the Sword Valley Model Railway Show, which is in Loughborough. That should be out at normal time. Sunday you'll see my review of my new Class 08 on Thumper Lane. Then next Wednesday we can get some grass down on here, as I now got static grass, so that should be good. So always good to have so many people here. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much, Richard.